Yes, this is the Roach King. Bow down to Asmongold. Body stealing parasites. That's scary.
A man wakes up with a start. Did something just bite him? He looks down at his hand. Something definitely bit him.
He got
can
bitten.
see the red welt already forming.
It's over.
He looks around for the culprit, but can't find
It's
it
so
anywhere.
over.
He really hopes he doesn't have bed bugs. That's the last thing he needs right now. He'll have to keep his eyes open for potential pests. He doesn't want this to happen again, since the spot is already starting to itch and feel uncomfortable.
That's my
A
worst
couple days
nightmare.
pass, though, with no signs of other bugs.
I'm always scared of people flies or mosquitoes biting me and then putting eggs in me.
It must have just been a random insect that came inside his house to escape the winter cold. The
Michi's
spot on his
hands.
hand felt a little rough for a day or two, but now he's pretty much forgotten all about it. Now what he really needs is some coffee before sitting down to another coding session.
He's a programmer.
The man is in his kitchen trying to make a fresh pot of
no.
coffee, but finds he's having a hard time. He's not so much making coffee as he is making a mess. He knocks his favorite mug onto the ground, breaking it, and decides that maybe he doesn't need coffee after all.
What the hell?
A couple of nights later, as the man is watching TV, he starts to cough. Just a little at first, but then more and more. The
Guys, is this the tale of Asmongold? Is he just becoming a cockroach?
coughing fits get longer and deeper too, like they are coming from the very bottom of his lungs. He hopes he isn't coming down with something. He hasn't left the house in
Does
days.
he not
so how
notice
could he
his
have?
hands?
Can bugs transfer colds? He'll have to look it up later.
What?
For now, he needs to do something about this cough.
Bro,
He
your
won't be able to sleep if
hands.
it keeps up. He needs to go get some medicine.
Your arms.
The man gets bundled up and heads out. It's lightly snowing as he walks to the pharmacy, and he can't help but admire the way the moon hangs in the
What
sky.
the hell?
A beautiful beacon of light on this dark winter evening. Inside the pharmacy, he finds the cold medicine section and picks out a cough
His
suppressant.
hands.
He takes it to the counter and decides to get a few candy bars too. He's developed a real sweet tooth these last few days. The man
Does
starts to cough
nobody
again.
notice?
It's a good thing he's getting this medicine. Several more days pass, and the man isn't feeling any better. This cough just won't go away. He decides it's
Oh
finally
my
time to
God.
go see a doctor. As he sits in the doctor's office waiting room, he
COVID-19.
does his best to hold in his coughs, but he has a very hard time. The woman on the other side of the room is coughing too. Strangely, it actually makes him feel a little better. There must just be something going around. A nurse comes into the waiting room and calls his name. The doctor is ready for him. The man is
Oh
sitting
my
on the
gosh, she also has a cockroach leg.
bed in the examination room when the doctor enters. He's looking over his medical records and doesn't even look up from his clipboard. He tells the man to take off his shirt so that he can be examined, and the man obliges. Okay, let's see what the trouble is, the doctor says. He finally looks up at the man and screams. It didn't take long for
Yes.
the SCP Foundation to
What
hear the
the
reports
hell?
of people's limbs metamorphosing into insectoid appendages, and they knew immediately what they were dealing with.
What?
This was another outbreak of the parasitic limb-transforming
Cockroach.
insect known as SCP-150. SCP-150 is an obligate parasite, meaning that it requires a host for the completion of its reproductive life cycle. It bears a visual
It just
appearance
ate
similar
all
to
his
that of
meat.
Cymathoa exigua, another parasite that eats the tongue of a particular type of fish before replacing the tongue with its own body.
Oh my god.
SCP-150 engages in similar behavior, though it appears to exclusively affect humans. When a human comes in contact with the small bug-like organism, it will embed itself under its new host's skin.
Ew.
Next, over the course of roughly 7 days, SCP-150 will
Oh
burrow
my
deep into
God.
the host's
It's just
flesh
eating
and begin
him.
to cause numerous physiological changes to them. First, and most prominently, SCP-150 will begin a gradual process of altering the limb that is nearest to the original infection
It
site.
looks like a bed
As
bug.
SCP-150
It does.
burrows deeper and consumes the flesh, it
Oh my
excretes a substance that has the
God.
effect of replacing the missing sections of the limb with a hard, chitinous material that resembles one of its own appendages. Beneath the chitin,
Oh
the
my
excreted substance forms a
God.
rudimentary nervous system that gives the host the ability
So
to
he
control the
doesn't
new limb as if it
notice
were their
because
own.
of that.
As it feeds, SCP-150 also secretes several chemicals that contain anesthetic, immunosuppressant, and transplant-rejecting properties that keep the host's body from responding to the changes.
Honestly, if they make me not depressed, I don't mind it.
Nothing at all. In fact, The host will often report that their new limb is completely normal and feels stronger and more resilient after the transformation.
It's normal to
SCP-150
him.
will continue to feed for approximately 1 to 2 weeks,
Oh
and
my
as it feeds on the nutrients
God.
within its host's body, it will begin to reproduce, creating eggs that it deposits directly
Oh
into the
my
bloodstream.
God.
While the majority of these eggs will die off, enough
Ew.
usually survive to begin colonizing other parts of the host's body, where they will hatch and repeat the process of feeding, reproducing, and spreading more eggs.
Oh my God.
It is theorized that it is capable
Thank
of
you,
reproducing on
Shadow.
its own, meaning that a single instance of SCP-150 is all it takes to create a new colony. Humans infected with SCP-150 will sometimes report
Oh
slight
my
discomfort
God.
and issues with their fine motor skills during this period, but will usually
His
not express any knowledge
fingers.
of what might be causing this. Eventually, SCP-150 eggs will reach the host's lungs, where the process of
What?
assimilating
In their
continues,
lungs?
this time replacing the lungs themselves.
Wait, does this guy just become a gigantic cockroach in the end?
During this process, more eggs will be produced, laid, and then spread out of the body by the host's coughing. As many as 10,000 eggs will be produced during this period, approximately 1% of which will survive being expelled, find another host, and implant themselves. The assimilation
my
process
God.
then spreads to the central nervous system, including the spinal cord
It's
and
gonna
brain.
become a
But
big
strangely,
cockroach.
the host will show no signs that their consciousness or behavior have been affected in any way. In interviews with hosts of
He's being
SCP-150,
brainwashed.
those who are unaware that they are infected have not expressed any knowledge of changes happening in or out of their body.
The
When
guy's like, what
subjects
the
are made aware
heck?
that they have been infected, they will be able to point out the site of the original infection and agree that a change has taken place. But they seem to have no ill will towards their
Oh
new
my
chitinous appendages and will
God.
often express positive feelings about it.
No.
In order to better study the effects of SCP-150 under SCP Foundation control, 2 D-Class personnel, D-13732 and D-016002, were both infected with the parasites,
Oh
and
my
the assimilation
God.
process was allowed to fully progress through all the stages. Following signs that D-016002 was experiencing swelling of the brain, a decompressive craniotomy was performed.
If you remove the roach of that sentence, it doesn't sound too bad. Cockroach?
no.
Cock. You like cock?
Nani?
What? You like it? Okay, I see. I thought you're straight, but that's fine, I guess.
Procedure in which a portion of the skull is removed in order to relieve pressure on the brain. This surgery had the added benefit of giving Foundation researchers the chance to look at SCP-150's progress firsthand. But after a flap of her skull was removed, the attending scientists did not find that her brain was swelling.
Oh
They
my
didn't find
God.
her brain at all.
It's
But
gone.
instead, observed numerous instances
Oh
of
my
SCP-150 in the cavity
Her
where
brain
her brain
is
should be.
gone.
The D-Class had been partially anesthetized to numb her skull but remained conscious during the
Her
procedure,
brain is
and the
full of
scientists asked her
cockroaches.
several simple questions to which she was perfectly able to answer. They began removing some of the parasites, and as they did so, her answers became slower and less clear. It appeared that
Oh
the
my
SCP-150 instances had not just eaten and replaced her brain, they had become her brain.
It's her
For
brain.
the next experiment, they would use the instances of SCP
Wait, this guy's head, it's dented. He got boinked too many times. How did you say cock so cutely? Cockroach. 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 Someone won us one gold. You guys go warn him about this.
150 that had been removed from D-13732's nervous system after he had been euthanized
Oh my
following the
God.
discovery that his entire nervous system had also been replaced entirely by SCP-150. The parasites taken from his brain cavity were placed into D-016002's, and the
God.
results were nothing short of incredible. After observing a period of time where the organisms
nourished
appeared
the
to move and
cockroaches.
rearrange themselves within her skull, she regained consciousness. Once awake, not only did her cognitive functions immediately improve, when she was
What?
asked to state her name, she told them it was Michael,
Oh my
D-13732's name.
God.
It is unknown why SCP-150 engages
That's
in
kinda
this peculiar life
interesting.
cycle, but the danger it poses to humans and the difficulty in keeping it contained has led the SCP Foundation to classify it as Keter. Some of the more erudite
Keter.
researchers have taken to calling the parasite the Ship of Theseus, a play on the philosophical notion
What?
that questions whether something that has had all of its parts replaced is still fundamentally the same, or if it has become
Oh
something
my
new.
god! This is Asmongold. He's gonna become like this. Is it just me or would this make a great horror movie? I will watch it if they make a movie out of this. It will actually be good. Yes, this is the Roach King. Bow down to Asmongold. If Asmongold becomes like this, he's gonna hunt down all the VTubers who like him. No! I already have enough cockroaches. It's okay. My cats protect me from these cockroaches. My cats will eat them like a shrimp.
Perhaps the observation of those infected with SCP-150 can shed some light on this millennia-old question. Infected patients who are
Oh
being
my
studied are to be kept in
gosh.
level 3 biohazard containment cells
Poor
with never more
guy.
than one
He
infected
lost his
host per
freedom.
cell. Cultures of SCP-150 adults
you for
and
the
eggs
follow,
are kept in
Alex.
vacuum-sealed glass flasks in the Site-42 Infectious Materials Lab,
That's so
and the
sad.
Foundation's standard pathogen handling procedures are required to be followed at all times.
Hi,
Should
Bless
any
Bless.
instance of SCP-150 be found outside of containment, it is to be immediately incinerated. Now
Burn
go
them
and watch another
all.
entry from the files of Dr. Bob, and
Let
be sure
it
to subscribe as we
burn.
delve further and further into the SCP Foundation's classified archives.
Oh my god. That wasn't that creepy. This is more interesting than scary. Wait till she finds about SCPs that look like anime girls. Wait, what? SCPs that look like anime girls? Like me? I'm an SCP, guys. I'm an XPP. I'm an SCP. Woo! Oh. Woo! I'm an SCP, you know. You know that I'm an SCP. SCP 999999999. Are you scared?